So, episode 17 of Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS. I actually found it quite an interesting episode because I don't feel like we've ever seen a duel between two burn decks before. It's always been like the protagonist's deck versus maybe someone that has a burn type strategy. But we had, of course, Blue Angel with her Trickstar burn deck, and then we had Dual Robot B, whose deck was pretty much a burn deck. The other one was a discard deck, whereas his is more of a burn deck. Even though they're quite similar, I think they played kind of similar decks. It was just weird to just watch someone go, I burn you 200 damage. You burnt me 200 damage? I burn you 200 damage. Because you've burnt me 200 damage for burning you to burning me. Blah, blah, blah. It sort of went on like that. And like the worst thing would have been if, I forgot the name of the card, it's like Nightmare something. Every time you deal damage to your opponent or whenever effect damage is taking place, deal an additional 300 points. Because then it becomes like an endless loop kind of thing. Like I've played against Trickstar decks online where that sort of loop continues and they burn like 2,800 damage from just like picking up one card or something like that. So that's the kind of vibe I was getting, like Trickstar flashbacks. It kind of solidifies the point of I would hate to play against this deck in that series. This deck, the Trickstar deck, should be one of the most OP decks in this series, I think. We'll just read some of the cards because when the duel started, obviously the main boss, I always forget the name of it, it's the red one. The red Trickstar monster. So as soon as you got on the field, every time people draw cards, you deal damage to them. So she didn't get it out at first. So I was like, oh, don't say she's going for a different strategy, because that should be the strategy she's always going for. But she did end up getting it out, and then they started doing that whole play. But it was good. No, I did enjoy the duel, though, overall. I thought it was good. It was something different. Enjoyed it a lot. Something I enjoyed even more as well is the fact that the dual robot, we were told that this is an AI robot, just controlled by humans. It doesn't, like, think for itself or something like that. I forget, like, the science of how that one works. But when they were playing against them, it never reacted. It was like, oh, like, shocked. It never showed emotion. So, like, when it's about to lose, it was like, oh, no, or if it was tricked or whatever. So I'm kind of glad it did that it was just like a stone cold, just calculating, only say things when necessary kind of robot. So I actually appreciated that they put time and effort into just make it a computer thing, if you get me. In terms of new cards that we saw in this episode, we saw a few new ones from Yusaku. Interesting, we saw, I think it was Dot Scraper. We've seen him a few times, but we saw him like come to life in 3D animation, and I actually thought he looked alright, considering the uses of 3D animation sometimes in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series isn't always amazing. But this one seemed okay. It was only a little simple creature anyway, so that was fine. We had a new monster by Yusaku, and I think a new monster by Blue Angel as well. Blue Angels was that cat link monster. Completely forgot what that monster's ability was. It did something though. If you remember, let me know in the comment section below. But the design of that monster I thought was nice. Looked good. Very cute, if you will. Whereas Yusaku's link monster that he got out, I don't feel like it fit with the theme of his deck. Is it a Cyburst monster? I don't think it is. What was it called? It's a link-free Vector Square Archfiend, or something demon it's called in the Japanese. Didn't really like the design of it. Its effect, you can kind of see where you can get like OTK plays with it, being able to do stuff. But overall, I didn't think the effect was like mind-blowing, and the attack wasn't that good. Was it 2400 attack? So, the monster itself, I didn't really like the look of it, didn't really like the name as well, but meh. If you guys know anything about that card, I couldn't do any research on it, I couldn't find it on the internet, because I was going to try and look at its full effect, but I couldn't find it. Never mind. Now, the duels were the meat of the episode, and overall I did enjoy them both a lot. I thought they were very well handled and very well animated and everything like that, so that was all good. But towards the end of the episode, when we see inside of the data bank, so this is where all the data for all the things that happened 10 years ago, which we still don't know anything about, so I hope we learn about it soon so we kind of can know what the plot of the Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS story is. Like, what are we trying to work towards? Because I know Yusaku wants to regain his memories of his past, but I feel like we need a little bit of something like this. I would like it if we had it hinted a bit more, but hopefully we get to see a bit of this now. And we see that Zaizen is now taking on Yusaku. First of all, I didn't know Zaizen dueled, so that was actually quite surprising. Whether he duels well or not, we're going to see. Or if he has an ulterior motive, or if he's been undercover this entire time or something like that. We don't know just yet, but he seems to be able to manipulate the inside of that data bank because he gets that little keypad thing up and he manipulates the floor so that they can battle. So I'm curious to see what that's about. But in the preview for the next episode, we see that Yusaku looks very, very angry, and so does Zaisen in some scenes as well. So I wonder if some stuff's going to get revealed, or maybe Zaisen says that he's not going to reveal some information, and that might annoy Yusaku. So I'm curious. I'd like to see an angry Yusaku. He's always been pretty mellow, pretty stone-faced, pretty calculated. So seeing Yusaku thrown off his axis just a little bit, I think could be good. I guess the only other thing worth mentioning in the preview for the next episode as well is we see this weird-looking eye that it makes an effort to show us in the preview. Now, I don't know if that's just one of Zaisen's monsters, and maybe it's just going to be very powerful. Then again, it could be an AI in the databanks, or it could be a little bit of the past or something like that. So maybe that has a bigger significant role to the story. But we'll have to see. Just before I finish this review, I do want to say that I'm glad that Blue Angel won this duel. Yusaku didn't have to come over and help her out or anything like this. No one had to give her aid. It's not that she needed redeeming Blue Angel, but we thought she was going to be a very powerful female character. And as we know in the Yu-Gi-Oh series, female characters always get, like, shafted a little bit, or they start off well and then they sort of go downhill. But with Blue Angel, especially with Ghost Girl's got no bad qualities about her at the moment. She's a very good duelist. She gets stuff done, and she makes actions, and she manipulates the plot to her own will. So she's a very good female character. Blue Angel at the moment, she has been a damsel in distress, but this situation I feel like has redeemed her a little bit. If you don't feel like she needed redeeming, then good. I'm glad you feel that way. But for me personally, I'm glad that she was able to take on a powerful opponent without needing help from the main characters. That was good. But guys, I want to know what you thought of this episode in the comment section below. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you want to see more Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS review coming up in the future. We've got a video coming out on Friday. We've got a video coming out on Sunday. And we've got a live stream tonight if you're watching this the day this video's come out. Other than that though, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Catch you later. The lighting like this isn't too bad. It's quite nice. Into the brains!